Hi guys, I hope that you are doing well. Welcome in, welcome back. If you are returning back, my name is Shannon Hensley. If you are new, audio discretion advised. Sometimes I don't get on face to face. It is what it is. I don't have makeup on, so I'm sure it'll look a mess, but it is what it is. Today I just wanted to be personable again with you all. So anyway, just jumping in just to do a reading and see what's going on with everybody. So happy birthday, happy anniversary, all that kind of stuff if you are new. Somebody's sitting here acting like they don't know something. I keep seeing that's this type of energy as I'm messing with these cards. This card also wants to continue showing. Anyway, we're dealing with people that, look, people, if you know something and somebody's asking you questions and you're not willing to answer something and you got to pretend, then you got problems. If you are brand new, I won't hold back on this channel. I don't know how you found this channel, but you got an issue inside yourself. Okay, so if you're new, we look at the soul area here. We're not religious. God himself is not religious, but he does have a form about himself, and he wants us to show up with upstanding truth on the inside, regardless what's going on. You make a mistake, you fix it, you first make it right with the creator, and he tells you what truth is, and I don't care how you feel about something, the truth is the truth. Okay, you and I can have feelings all day long, but if they do not line up with truthful things, what God says is truth, and it can be proven, and it's natural, and things like that, then something's wrong then with a person that will not look at a truth, especially when somebody absolutely knows something, because the Two of Swords is like, I'm gonna pretend. So that's like, I'm choosing to lie on purpose is what that represents. And so Two of Swords can go back to a confusion, and God equates confusion to wickedness, is what it is. It's dumb. And you got to go get some help. Keep showing itself up here. Yeah, there it is again. It's incredible. Anyway, whatever. Whatever. We have a little spy jumping out with messages. If somebody's checking something out here on some messages, then you are. Something about a loyalty situation is here. Something probably was secretly exchanged somewhere. Somebody knows something that's a heartbreak, and that's why they're setting the way that they are, because it's been a betrayal. And so the person who's betrayed somebody is sitting there because of their betrayal, and they don't want to face what they did, is what this is showing up at here. Except the matter's known, I know, is here with this house, that something was foolish. And so I have another deck of cards that shows two energies butting head. Both parties know the truth. One party's unwilling to answer it, and the other party knows that, and they're still butting heads because this party's willing to fight for a lie. Unacceptable. People who have ever fallen down in the earth, we understand what it's like to have to face things. And I guarantee you, if you'll look in the mirror and face it and go through your process and let God rebuild you, because unless God builds the house, then it's in vain anyway for you just to show up and breathe in the earth. You're just nothing but a low-down scoundrel and a liar, and you're willing to be crazy because you don't want people to look at you a certain way. But again, that Two of Swords tells us people are already looking at you that way because they already know. You're just deceiving yourself. They're already looking at somebody. For a lot of cases, some people already know somebody's done something very foolish out here behind somebody's back. And it's a big deal. It's a big deal on you who won't take responsibility in something. Because for some people, you may have a great big family, or you may be known in a great big way, and so you're already dealing with the shame of it. Why not come out and heal it? And people say, I honor you for facing that. I mean, if you're dealing with somebody who's mature, if you're not, you're just going to cause a downright war, then I guess you can cause downright war. Maybe you're just afraid. Okay, at this point, for some people, they've been doing this for so long, they're ready to just say, okay, well, then you get everything that you deserve as well. So I don't know how far somebody is in some type of a situation, but for some cases, they just a full-blown nut case, and they deserve to get what they freaking get. And that is the truth, because then you and I reach a point where God shuts a door where you'll never get back in with God for a forgiveness or grace. That, to me, is scary. To me, that's scary. And some people are doing this nonsense, this backstabbing nonsense, because they know that, again, it has hurt people in such a freaking bad way. And regardless, even if you do what's right, there's still possibly going to be some people that's so freaking ticked as well. But you also got people that already know. So it's like you danged if you do, danged if you don't. You're not danged if you do. If you danged if you do and you find grace of God, he'll protect you. He'll correct you as well in a situation. I hope that makes sense. But there are some things out here that's been unacceptable that's going on out here. And so show me these messages of the tower coming out, crossing. So it's going to go either way. It jumped on the Page of Pentacles. It jumped on the Page of Pentacles, and somebody has eyewitness to some things out here. Knowledge. Again, knowledge is out here. Is this a word? Hold on a minute. There's a time period attached to something, okay? A specific season or a time is out here attached to something that's going on, it's known about, because the motto here in this house is I know something. And there's an error and a deceiving error. Okay, again, because somebody knows there's been something backstabbing. And so it's like, oh my God, it's heartbreaking. Somebody's already checked some things out and knows some stuff out here. And so if somebody's just willing to go, well, I know you did and you checked it out, but I'm not going to do anything bad because it makes me look bad because whatever, then there's nothing to say to you. You're a nobody, and the wrath of God will come down upon you because there's a tower on this if you don't fix something that should be fixed. Tower is a tower. And so either you're going to rebuild. If it's this way, you get to rebuild it. If it's this way, oh my God, that's just like, I'm prideful, I don't give a rip. And then God says, okay, and you're freaking out of here in something. You could lose your job. You could lose all that you have for doing it to somebody else. You reap what you sow. And you just deliberately doing some crap on some people, and you thought it was a good idea. It wasn't a good idea because it was done. Something was done in a deceiving fashion out here with this energy. This is a brutal backstabbing of something. Brutal. That was done on purpose because we have somebody, because there's knowledge. People know what they do. You and I know what we do. But a lot of people is just like, but I can't help my feeling. So I'm just going to go run after that, which means you're a slave to sin there because you don't have the Holy Spirit on the inside to be set free. But the truth is the only thing that's going to set you free in this situation. Whatever this message is, it's a good, solid message, regardless if somebody else wants to sit there like a crazy on it for you or that is you. I don't know, waiting on things. And some things have been invested in, and there's timing to some stuff. And there is some timing to some things that they got anxiety with it. And I'm going to say something. You don't get my identification. I'm sorry. I'm speaking right to somebody who's trying to get away with my identification. It's never going to happen. That timing is for me and me alone. I have all documentation to prove every single thing. You will serve some time for what you've done to me. Understand me? Where there's a will, there's a way. And God makes a way where there seems to be no way. It would appear that I'm stuck, but I'm not, because God's going to do something supernatural if he has to for me in a situation with my identification. You're in error out here. Somebody is in error out here, just for general energy, going back to the reading. If you are new, I'm very personable, and I'm sure you're not new, but I'll just, whatever. So somebody is blocking communication out here. Why are you an enemy? What makes you an enemy? This communication has this document and stuff like that, you are being blocked from it. You will pay for every single thing you've done, period. You won't block nothing from me, because Jehovah is my king, and he gets the last say in his kingdom. You don't run the kingdom. The Most High does. I'm sorry if you don't care about the way that the truth works, but the truth is still the truth, and nothing's more powerful than the truth. You don't run the kingdom. God does. And we all underneath it, and we all have to accept truth. And it's just like I'm getting this impression as if somebody comes in your house where you have full reign and over your roof of your house and you're the head of household, and somebody just come up on in your stuff and they think, well, I'm going to do this over here and I'm going to do that over there. I think you just have a cow and somebody coming into your stuff and thinking that, what do you mean you're going to move my furniture, or you're going to get rid of this out of this, my house? You came into my house, you're into my rules. And God says the earth is his and the fullness thereof, they and they that dwell therein. So do we dwell in the earth? Yes. And so do you have free will? Yes, we do. You had free will to come into that house where the ownership, what I'm just saying, on somebody else's stuff. Same once you open your mouth and it was, you had no real power there. You got consequences saying to the owner of that place what you think you're going to do under their roof. Same goes with God. He said, I give you two paths, life or death. I tell you to choose life, but I don't want robots. You can do whatever you want. But I'm telling you, if you choose this path, at the end of it, there's death to you. It's the wrong path. I tell you the answer on the test. So there's no excuses at the end of some nonsense out here. In the way you are acting and responding, you think that I'm in some type of power, and so I'm going to block something here where there's some type of communication, or you can't get something. I'm going to put a block in the way. The word is error. The word is error. It was foolish. Signing what you did. This is the Tav represents the sign of covenant, sign of signature on something. It was foolish what you did, because it was in deception and it was backstabbing, and somebody in knowledge was there and knowing what you did on purpose to be deceptive, deceptive in a wicked way. You're an enemy to somebody, and you know it. And I'm sorry. But I'm not sorry. I'm going to tell you the truth, whether you like it or not, man. The money and stuff. It's somebody is going to get favor out here. Something about your kid or stumbling up on some information is out here today. There's hidden money being blocked from some people. And you can't take what's rightfully somebody's. Sorry. You're in error. I'm hearing coward again. I often hear that behind my back. I often hear it. It's craziness. People would sit there and willing to be crazy because they're afraid that people will look at them to be crazy. And I guarantee you're sitting there, people are viewing you as something wrong with that person, even if you are wearing the mask or not, and they don't even know what the situation is with you. I guarantee your actions come across some type of way because your conscience is going off. If you have a conscience, some people's lost their conscience. Something about an acquaintance is here attached to some things going on around you all, attached to a matter, whatever that is for you, that's done something with the backstabbing ordeal. They know information to act like they don't know, or they're checking something out on something as well. So the actor, there's 3 cards, and then there's a pimp. Okay, well, are you a whore? You got a pimp, daddy? That's supposed to be against the freaking law. It says they know that they are wrong, but they're ate up with pride. Okay, well, again, I know, but I'm just going to sit here because I'm just ate up with my own pride. I can't let nobody know. Well, God's going to let everybody know. There's red flags out here. Somebody got credit card fraud attached to some of this stuff going on. Well, we got things on apps that God brings out all the time. Some people need to check some things out. Those of you who are upright, you need to check your books. There's upright officials out there. You need to do what's right, but somebody is putting blocks and stuff. I've tried to cash out again today. I just sent another message to the customer service and told them once, look, it says somebody's trying to stand in the way. Yes, there's blockages out here. Speak on Most High God. And I have cashed out with this. So yesterday I got on, and it's a survey app. And I'm just trying to do anything and everything that I can, even if it's just a couple dollars here and there. And with people that is helping me with food and shelter, being stranded here, I put it towards what I can when it's accumulated and stuff. And I spent all freaking day, because one of the other options offset of doing surveys is you can play games and stuff. I did a game all day yesterday on that site. And I got done with it, and because you have to have at least $5 to cash out, and I got it. It's $9.03. I'm ready to cash out, and I told God, as soon as I cash this out, this app is never going to be touched again from me, because I've talked about the bias nonsense. I've got a bad view now of Miss Harris because of what this app has done through the survey. Now, whether the Democratic Party is attached to what was being done or not, I don't know. But most of the surveys where the presidency goes, I got a really bad view now of her. Now I wonder how many people they've actually trying to sway people to say what they want them to say. Actually looks at that and now looks at it like, well, you ruined my vote, because I was looking at both parties fair, to weigh out things, to be fair. But it's not fair. And so now my view is swayed because what somebody's done on that app. And I guess somebody don't like, because I was also in there doing certain stuff to test what they already did some type of deceptive nonsense on there. So I went in there and I use older information about myself. There's probably a couple things in there also that are not true. First of all, I've hit a couple of buttons that I was like, I couldn't go back, because if you go back, then you're out of the survey as well. And then there's a couple of things that I've just, it's not true today, but things from behind, just on purpose to try to see if it was going to change anything. And they have changed some things on that survey. And I emailed them last night about it, and they said that he had turned on location. And I went in and I turned it on. Everything on my phone was showing where the location. I never had turned on my location before when I cashed out of the site. Why now? So I did everything they asked me to do, showing that it's all on, still won't cash out for me. Why? Because somebody's trying to put this blockage. Why? Why? Because somebody's an enemy, but who caused that? Because somebody knowingly did something backstabbing out here on purpose. They know they're wrong. It says that you're wrong. You're wrong on my malnutrition that's going on here. You're wrong. My time that I spent on an app that you offer, a game to be played, you're wrong. And I told the customer service today, as soon as I get this done, and I explained all of it about Miss Harris and everything on it in the email. I view that lady wrong now. Like she's wrong now. It's wrong now. She won't get no. I mean, and I am registered to vote and stuff like that, and I don't know if I'll vote or not, or be able to or not. But I'm definitely won't vote for her because of what that app has done. So you mad at me because what some app did, or because you were behind it doing it as well, trying to sway people to do whatever? Because your surveys are inaccurate anyway. This is like you taking a survey and what the population is saying, but it's a lie. It's a lie. So what difference did it make if I went in there and altered things just to test your lie? I don't know. Just dumb. But I want to cash out with that. And so if there is any upright enforcement, and I know God said somebody is there, I want it fixed. $9 to me is a lot of money, given that you owe me for music that you've stolen from the industry from me, my inheritance, life insurance nonsense, and my time that has been taken from me. and murders that have happened out of some nonsense out here. Now, I deserve respect. Whether you give a rip about respect, obviously you don't give a rip about respect. Somebody don't. Angry half of the time when I get on my channel because I'm fighting for my life. For something that is a great big question mark. Why did this even happen? With the Missouri is coming out here. Is it the governor? Because governor, you have 2 long messages for me about some nonsense. Where are you? Where are you, Mr. and Mrs. President and Vice President? I called you. You got police officers that are getting paychecks. Well, they're organizing crime for some cases. And good-hearted people that want uprightness in the earth is sitting here suffering. The M and the O came out. Missouri came out. And this also has the letter D within the letter M, which represents the DM is blood guilt. Came out yesterday, murder came out. And somebody sits there because they don't want to get a joke because they have an execution on them, and I'm so sorry. Whether we go to court or not, or you and anybody else that's also going through similar stuff, rest assured God will execute this person in its time. This is a legal rune, and it says something has been very suffered out here because some type of crazy is out here on something willing to be a liar on purpose. And this is a for sure victory is going to be had, and justice will come out of some because God's going to make sure. He says if scales are uneven to me, they're abominable, and he's the judge of all judges. This is a money and asset rune as well. You know, and somebody did do some stuff. Again, blocking communication where this money and stuff is concerned on purpose. God's got a mountain, and he's going to throw his mountain down on some people. And you're going to wish you had touched some of us in the earth realm, folks. You really are. This tower coming. Which way? Are you going to rebuild for upright purposes? Or is it going to be an outright damnation on you? I don't really know. You answer it. This is what came out. Shalom.